Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Really great to be back. Believe it or not, it was the 28th of April that we had our last 10 at 10. So, yeah, we're back just for 10 more at the moment. And obviously, I will be doing a lot more throughout the year. Really exciting. So really just wanted to catch up before we go live, because I think it's always good just to sort of say what's been happening the last 3 months. So we had our May event, which went really well, and we had our new wedding and celebration market, which was a little bit different, and as we learn from each event that we do, and it was really a great event. Did have a few dropouts, unfortunately, just due to COVID, believe it or not. We had about 5 of them that dropped out as well. So yeah, it was a good event. Next event we've got going on is the 11th of September, which is very soon. And then we've got the 23rd of October and the 20th of November. Those are all at Dorking Halls from 10 till 4. And obviously with that, they're all free entry. The September and October, we have over up to 50 businesses. And then at Christmas, it's our big Christmas market. So a big kind of Christmas one there. And then we've got a really exciting new event, which is happening at Bourne Valley. That's on Thursday, the 1st of December. That's from 5 till 7. And that's in a garden centre. Really great family run as well. So we'll be doing an evening there as well, which is really exciting for us. All of our events, as we stand at the moment, are full. So I will be putting something on our website. But if you are interested as well about joining, please still fill in the form. If there are any cancellations, and if you fit the person that's kind of cancelled, we can look at you as well. But obviously part of what we do as well is to get to know you, which is really important. I've been doing that last week as well. And then Sunday the 11th of December, we've got Gilding's Barn, and that's from 10 till 4. So we had a summer event there. We're back just for one day there, which is going to be a really exciting. Just very quickly as well, as you might have known, after our July event, we took some time off, went to Bristol to celebrate our 10-year anniversary, which was lovely. We're off to Cardiff to see some friends this weekend, so very exciting. But when we were away, we really wanted to, look at our events. We really wanted to kind of take, just look at what they're about. And probably a lot of you have seen that we've now kind of used a 3 kind of words to describe our events, which are pop-up, lifestyle and homewares. So that's exactly what you will find at our event. So when you're looking to exhibit with us, it is a pop-up, it is a department store for the 21st century, as we kind of talk about. And it's also your lifestyle and homewares. And also as well, as you know, it's about bringing together, people as well, businesses, brands, and as well customer service is so vital. I think especially now at the moment, I won't speak too long, at the moment with everything that's going on in the world, we want people to come along to our events and meet the business owners and great customer service, have really great chats with them. We don't want people at our events who kind of don't really want to be there or want to, what's the word I'm looking for? If they're not the right fit, if they just want to sit there on their phone, they want to chat to people, they want to, make rude remarks about us because of the footfall and things like that, that's their problem. And, we don't want them at our events. It's as simple as that. We want people who believe in us. We're doing a lot to help small businesses, a lot that you don't know. So, really kind of reining in and getting people as well that want to work with us and understand our ethos. Anyway, there we go. And, as we said, let me just have a look. I just wrote some notes, and also with our events, it's also about a family, a community, a tribe, all that kind of stuff that we kind of talk about. We've also been doing stuff with the Dorking Art Gallery as well. So the art gallery gets people put their artwork in there. We'll be looking at different ways to expand on that so that people can, expand with their artwork. And also, just so that you are aware, we are looking at other ways to focus, other ways of expanding us. And you guys that work with us in different ways of selling your products. So, a shopping experience, but other things going on. I'm not saying too much. I've got lots of meetings planned this year, ready for next year. So kind of just grabbing ideas together and just giving experiences and different things and working with those businesses, a bit like we did with the wedding and celebration event, just looking at businesses and bringing them in to have these great events. Anyway, that's it. So there we go. I'm going to request, because I know I did say that I'd be chatting away for a little bit. So just to sort of catch up, so I know it's been a while. So let me see. There she is. So a lot of people haven't done this before, so hopefully she'll be here. I've had a haircut. There we go, 3.5 inches off. So that's a weight off my mind. There we go. In the garden we go.
Oh yeah, look at me. I'm trying to turn the camera around. Oh,
No, it's
there
all
we go.
right.
So wonderful with my technology, aren't I? Hello,
No,
thank
you're
you for having
fine.
me.
Hello, how are
Hi.
you?
I'm not too bad, thank you.
Good.
I've had a morning trying to tidy up this mess. See, this is my workshop, and I'm not usually, to be honest, I'm not usually in here. This is usually where I just dump all my crap while I'm working at the kitchen table. But I couldn't do that today because the kids are home from they're on their summer holidays.
Yes.
So they're in there playing Minecraft and doing such. So I've trundled down to the back of the garden and hidden myself away and trying to tidy this place up.
Excellent, excellent. So yeah, firstly, introduce yourself, your business, and tell us what you make and sell.
Yeah, hello. So I'm Siobhan and I own Pale and Interesting. I work in porcelain clay and mixed media, and I like to make homewares and keepsakes, um, porcelain ornaments, nightlights, and all things quirky and pretty. And yeah, I make what I like to make. So I'm quite lucky that I have the opportunity to do that.
There we go. Quirky and pretty, like yourself.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, so do you know what? I think I was putting a bit of fake tan on my arm and I put it on my face and I think it's really shown. I'm like, look, really, I went like that. I was like, uh-oh. I think it settled in. I was like, I had a bit too much. I was like, oh, there we go.
Treat
Never mind.
yourself.
Yeah, there we go. Anyway, why did you set up your business and how did you come up with your business name?
So I set up at the start of lockdown.
Yeah,
Um, like lots of people, I lost a lot of work. I've always been arty and doing arty things. So I was a retoucher, so post production, sort of photoshopping pictures, and I
sure.
was working for somebody who used to take headshots for actors or up and coming actors and such for their portfolios. And I used to retouch those and sometimes do magazine editorial retouching. And of course, as soon as lockdown happened, nobody was going for jobs and nobody was going for
Yeah,
acting and anything like that, and that everything just slowly wound down. And at the same time, so I was doing my retouching, but I was also working. I had like a grown up job in an office. Which I
yeah,
actually really loved because it got me out of the house and I felt like a bit of a grown up talking to other grown ups rather than sitting at home just with the dogs. Um, but that finished as well. And because I was freelance, they then moved their office and I was let go. Anyway, I
yeah,
had a big lump of porcelain clay that my dad had actually bought me about 3 years before, and it was sitting under my bed, and I'd never got round to do it. It's something I wanted to do, but I
yeah.
thought there's not much point because I don't have anywhere to fire it. I don't have a kiln. Kiln costs thousands and thousands of pounds. I'm not going to buy it just to see if I like it. Um, and I got in touch with a friend who is also a porcelain artist, and she got me in touch with somebody who's just around the corner from me. So she fires my work for me. Her name's Faye,
Yeah.
and so now, yeah, I just make my work and I take it round to her to fire. So it was just originally something that I wanted to. I had a lot of ideas in my head that I needed to get out, and I wanted to play around, and I just started, and I just fell in love with it. I just love it, absolutely love it. So I kept going.
Excellent. And your business name? How did you come up with that?
That was actually a friend. A friend helped me with that. I was trying to think of something when I decided that I really, really wanted to carry on doing it. Um, I like the idea of using the pail for the porcelain.
Sure.
And obviously I'm quite pale myself, quite freckly. And yeah, it was actually I put some feelers out and just said, help, what can I call myself? And my friend was the one who came up with it, and I thought, oh yeah, that's perfect. It's, yeah, absolutely perfect. So I kept it.
And it's as well, talking to yourself about the kiln. I know in one of these chats before there was somebody exactly the same with yourself. Is they make stuff and take it to a kiln. So
Yeah.
well, if you have got that dream and whatever, there are kilns and things out there, and other businesses. Don't be put off because there's other people to help
Oh no,
you.
absolutely. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
you can really make it work. You can even like Facebook's great for stuff like community groups. So I've got a group that's, because I live in South London, I've got a few groups where you can just put feelers out and people are like, oh, has anyone got this or has anyone got that? And it's quite nice. But yeah, well, I think that where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah, definitely. As you say about Facebook, isn't it funny nowadays that people, I think they've got a little bit lazy now. They kind of, instead of them looking for something specific, I've got a party coming up, and then boom, and it's all there. Then so they don't even
Yeah.
have to bother looking, do they? It's
Yeah,
you know,
exactly. It's very
yeah,
handy.
exactly, very handy. So you say your workspace is the back of the garden. Whereabouts are you based?
So yeah, I'm in South London. I'm in Morden, which,
Morden,
yeah,
yeah.
for anyone who doesn't know, it's not too far from Wimbledon. So we're really lucky. We've got we've got lots and lots of parks and stuff around us. I think at one point we were the greenest borough in London. I don't know if we
Wow.
are anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe. So we've got National Trust Park at the end of the road. We're very close, and right outside at the front of my house, I've got a green with a foresty bit on it and lots of
Yeah.
boxes and stuff. So I'm surrounded by nature. I love it. Yeah.
Cool. And I take it that's your inspiration as well, nature. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I love it. My favourite season's autumn. I love walking around and like
Yeah.
conkers and mushrooms and all that kind of stuff. But animals, yeah, all of it. I love it.
Yeah, it's funny autumn. I think it's as well. At the moment we're all moaning because it's too hot, but there is something about autumn when it's still the sun's shining, slightly
That
cold. And
exactly. And there's that really warm golden light in the evening, and the skies are always really red, and the trees. Oh, it's just lovely. Yeah, I love
yeah,
it. Love it. And all
exactly,
the dewdrops and stuff on everything, and the big spider
definitely,
webs.
definitely. I don't think it was till lockdown that I really kind of embraced the seasons. I'd never, how old I am. I'd never really, and now I really understand. I think because now growing vegetables and things like that, I really
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
really, wow, look at it. All of a sudden, something that, isn't there. And then all of a sudden in the seasons and things.
yeah,
So, yeah,
yeah. No, it's amazing, isn't it? And everything grows so quickly as well. If you grow any
yeah,
pumpkins, they go so fast and they get
tell me about
massive.
it. My pumpkin's like that at the moment. And I just look at it and go, that's from a seed. And I'm like, wow, like it's so exciting. It's just
It
like,
really is, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And no matter what you say, it'll be the best pumpkin ever. It's like, it
Full of
always
bug holes,
is,
and you're
isn't
like,
it?
it's the best.
So, have you a favourite item to create, and why have you chosen that? Which is probably quite hard for you, isn't it?
Yeah. Because all of my pieces are. I mean, I make similar items, but obviously all of them are handmade, and they're just everything's different. But I think my favorite things to make are probably the mushrooms. I
Cool.
just, yeah, I just love them. But there's so many different ways that I can make them. Like my little necklace
Oh wow.
is a
Yeah.
with gold leaf, a little necklace,
Wow.
and then I've got so I've been making little mushrooms with I don't know,
Wow.
it's not going to focus, is it? But
So
that's
cool.
got like
Yeah.
little dewdrops on it and stuff. So yeah, I think the mushrooms and the night lights as well. I love making the night lights. Actually, I don't love making the night lights. They're a pain in the bum, but once they're made, I'm really proud of them. I'm not great with the soldering. Well, I'm persistent with the soldering iron, but it's not my favorite job. But I love the final thing
Yeah.
when it's made. So yeah,
It's,
I think mushrooms.
I think it's like with any creative person, isn't it? There's bits that you absolutely love doing. There's other bits you're like, oh, I don't like doing that bit. But it all has to
Yeah,
be done to bring it all together as such, doesn't it?
yeah. I mean, I'm quite lucky with that because with my work, there's lots of I get bored quite quickly with things. So with what I do, with how I work with the porcelain, there's the designing, and then there's the creating in the clay, and then there's the putting everything together part
Yeah.
of it. So it's lots of different steps, and then in some of them there's painting, or with my mushrooms there's sewing of the tissue paper and stuff. So I get to play around with lots of different bits and not get too bored with it. So that's really good.
Yeah, I can't wait to see them all. I think it's kind of I've looked on your Instagram, which is amazing. Everything I think just seeing it all is just gonna blow people's mind.
Oh
So
no, thank you.
yeah, so have you been working on anything new this year at all? And have you got anything to show at all? I know you just showed your mushrooms. Anything new that you've got?
Yeah, so I've got some pieces that aren't finished that I've been really clumsy today trying to sort this place out. I've already broken two things. So I was like, just don't bring it in. So I've got a piece. I started to work on some quite big balls that are covered in fungi, different
Okay.
types of fungi and textures and such. So I've been working a lot more with more more exhibition pieces rather than just pieces you'd
Sure.
I'd have on my website or stuff, but stuff to exhibit.
Yeah.
So that kind of thing. Yeah, the mushrooms with all the I'm playing around quite a lot with the little dewdrops and stuff, which I'm really enjoying. Um, and I think that's it really. And I've been experimenting with some pieces for autumn. I've been experimenting with how to
Right.
keep this is a real dandelion, how to keep
Okay.
them intact.
Oh.
So when you blow
Have you,
on them, they don't go
how do
away. So
I,
I've been playing around with that. I've been getting the kids to run around the green and collect dandelion. It's the end of dandelion season now, so what I've got is what I've got. But yeah, so just experimenting really and playing around with new ideas and that, but nothing in particular.
so your new ideas, is it kind of in your head, or is it when you're working, they kind of come to you as you're creating? Do you have a kind of a drawing, go, right, this is what, or do you just kind of, no, I'm just going to make this and,
All of it's different.
yeah.
Sometimes I'll sit down and just do drawings and ideas come from that. Sometimes I will be most of the time I'll be falling asleep at night time and I'll be like, oh, oh my God. And think of ideas and then lay there for the next half hour going, don't forget it, don't forget it, don't forget it. Um, I'm inspired by other people other artists that I follow as well. And I don't really know where my ideas come from really, just things that I
No.
think I'd like
Yeah,
to have in my house or I enjoy creating. My camera's gone all floppy. Yeah, so anything that I'd enjoy creating really. Yeah.
sure. And I suppose what's great about when you're at an event or something and somebody sees your work, and if they like it, it's almost, well, if you like it, it's a one-off. It won't be, if somebody likes, I always say that it's like a bit like art, isn't it, or something. If you like it, or you see something that's unique and you're drawn to it, buy it, because you're not making another
You
one
won't think.
like that as such, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that. I've done that a lot of times where I either haven't bought things because I haven't been able to afford to buy them, or I've just been like, no, I'll leave it. And then you think about it for the next sort of 2 weeks,
Yeah.
kicking yourself, going, oh damn it, I should have just got it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so as I say, lots of my stuff is quite similar, but there's nothing. If there's something in particular that you really like the look of, then it's probably best just
Yeah.
to get it because, as you say, I probably couldn't recreate it if I wanted to anyway. So it'd be
Yeah.
similar, but not the same. Yeah.
And there's always a space at home, isn't there, where it just looked lovely on that, the sideboard or whatever
Yeah.
it may be. Um,
Yeah.
so, sorry, there we go. I've been working on, sorry, I haven't done these for a while, the 10 at 10s. I've got my list here, just remember. So we have an ethos about customer service, about being friendly, unique and creative. Is there a
Yeah.
kind of ethos or saying or something that you kind of work along with?
So when I read your questions, I was like, oh heck,
Yeah.
no, not really. But I had a little think about it, and I was like, just I've written it all down. I'll just read
Yeah,
out my
go
little
for
list.
it.
But just to create. This sounds really
Go on.
anyway. But just to create, to be true to my own creations, just to do what I enjoy doing, and
Cool.
not doing it just to sell stuff. Because originally it wasn't about that. It wasn't about making money. I know obviously that's
Yeah.
amazing, and it
Yeah.
pays the bills, and which everyone needs to do, and I'm really grateful that I can do that. But I think it's quite important to me to create because I enjoy creating. Otherwise, I think that what I make isn't true. It's not good enough. It's not
Yeah,
good
sure.
enough. If I'm making it just because I think it will sell well, then yeah, it might sell well, but it's not. It's like
Yeah.
a cheap knock. It's a cheap knockoff of what I really want to be doing. So being true to myself and my creativity and curiosity of stuff, I think, and
Cool.
also customer service, being nice to people, and just yeah, just being nice.
Yeah.
I like being
Yeah.
nice.
It's funny that question, because it kind of evokes and it's kind of quite nice almost. I think, as I was saying earlier, that we went away and we came back and we said, right, it's
Yeah.
pop up lifestyle and homewares, and it just three words. It's just three words that would describe your
Mm.
business. And I think what you said there. I had a lovely conversation with somebody. I met somebody, about 4 or 5 years ago,
Yeah.
and they finally contacted us yesterday on my inquiry form, and I was so pleased because I have had some inquiries that have come through. They're not quite right, or it's just or
Yeah. Yeah.
another jeweler, and looking, so like with you, it's, oh my God, you're so different. But this person you know, they exactly what you just said there. What they make, they love what they do, and they could
Yeah,
get bigger, but they don't want to. They want to
yeah,
they want to enjoy the process instead of being a sweatshop, if that makes sense.
yeah,
Like just
yeah.
banging them out, you know, like
Well, that's
you know,
the thing.
yeah,
I couldn't do that even if I wanted to be honest. I mean, because as I said, I've got the kids at home. I've got this is my job, but it's not like I'm out at an office and I can't
yeah,
do the laundry or I can't do. There's still things at home that need to be done, and so if I'm
sure,
here, I might as well do them. And sometimes, obviously, life at home takes over. It takes precedent over
sure.
creating my stuff, but it's always there in my head. It's always waiting to be made. So even if I did just want to pump stuff out, I just don't have the time. I
Sure.
couldn't do that
Yeah.
anyway.
And then I suppose with
Yeah.
it, the love goes into what you're making because you're
Mm.
taking time. This is my time. You know, it's not the
Exactly,
kids. It's
exactly. I'm
not,
doing it because I
not,
want
yeah,
to, and
yeah.
I'm like, I'm not washing up.
um, so this was something that I asked, and I asked this question in lockdown when we started these, and I still want to
Mm.
kind of ask it. So what are your dreams, I say for this year or beyond, what are your goals and dreams?
I'd like to get, well, I'm trying to sort out a kiln at the moment.
Sure.
Um, so I'm hoping that that will be something that will be sorted by the end of the year. Um, Learning to use that, which is it's quite daunting for me. I'm not very good with stuff like that. So I get bored with like if you have to read a manual for something, I get like 2 pages and I'm like, oh, I'll work it out.
Yeah.
But I've got to learn to use that. So that would be if I could do that, I think I'd be really proud of myself. Just get like really learn how to use a kiln that I managed to get. Also with the craft markets, it's something that I really want to look into now and make a regular thing, because I think going forwards, my online sales have been really, really, really awful, absolutely
Yeah.
awful. I think in 3 months, I think I've had as many sales. It's just been really, really,
Sure.
really bad.
Yeah.
Whereas in the past, it hasn't. I've done fairly well. So I think with going to the markets and meeting people and talking to people, when I have done a couple of markets, they've gone really well. So I think another thing for me would be learning to drive, because I don't drive.
No, I
So
don't.
my poor husband, I'm like, Mark, can you just take me here? And then obviously it's like his Saturday's gone, because he takes me, helps me unpack, and then he goes back home to the kids, and then he comes to pick me up. So I was just thinking about it, and I thought, you know what? I think I just need to learn to drive. It terrifies me, the idea. But so yeah, I think for this year, hopes and dreams would be kiln and driving.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm hoping to do an exhibition in autumn, late autumn.
Lovely.
I have a friend who owns a gallery in Margate,
Wow.
and she's been asking me since she started it all to do something, and I just haven't got around to it yet. And I was like, right, definitely. So I started on bits like the mushroom ball thing was for this, and
Brilliant.
I started bits months and months and months ago, and of course I'm still nowhere near ready. So we'll see. That's
Cool. Cool.
it'd be nice if I could do that.
Margate's really kind of up and coming as well,
It
isn't
is,
it?
isn't it? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
We went
that'd be
down
nice.
last year, and there's this little area where, wow, you stumble on it. It's like there's some really cool, and there's a really great. I know that there's some good markets down there. I know that a couple of
Oh,
people,
okay.
yeah, people that work with us.
Yeah, I haven't been there. I haven't been to
Yeah.
Margate before, so yeah, that'd
Yeah,
be good if I can get that
it's got
sorted.
that kind of bit of it, and then there's and it depends on what you want, but yeah, it is a really
Yeah.
really nice kind of place there, definitely. And yeah, I said to Rob the other day about getting back down to Margate, so maybe I'll wait to your exhibition and come down and check
Oh,
it out. Yeah,
Well, don't hold it off for too long. I don't. That's a lot of pressure.
but it's funny you were
I'll
saying
definitely keep
earlier
you
about
updated.
like the press pieces, like this exhibition bit. We have that as Dapper Suave. We have these bits that we would never sell because they've been used
Yeah,
in photo shoots, and they're like over the top, like a shirt full of like lapels, just like the whole chest of it,
yeah, yeah,
which you wouldn't sell it because it's more of a press piece, isn't it? Of kind of
yes,
showing.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
exactly. So who would you say is your support network? I take it your husband,
Oh,
and
I
yeah.
was just gonna say, yeah,
Ah,
yeah, he's amazing. He puts up with clay all over the house, bless him. When I first started, he was constantly like every 2 minutes he was like sweeping up underneath the table where I'm sitting. And I was like, oh, you drive me mad. Now he's just like, oh, just leave it, bless him.
yeah.
yeah, the kitchen table is half of my my mess. Um, so yeah, he's support network. I'm so lucky. I've got lots of friends who help me out. I can call on them to. I'm like, oh, can you take me to Hobbycraft, or can you drop me to a market, or stuff. And yeah, so lots and lots of friends and family, but mostly Mark, who puts up with me, bless him.
Excellent. And I must admit, when we do the events, there's the husbands that come along and they just, see them at the beginning, they come in with the kids, they go off, they come back, and it is so many husbands that I know now. They come, and
Yeah,
they
do
come
as
in
you're
and do their bit. They take the kids off and and come up.
told.
So, two more questions. So, what events are you doing with Curated by Dapper and Suave?
Mm. So, oh, sorry, I didn't hear that. You cut out then.
Sorry, what events are you doing with Curated by Dapper and Suave?
Oh yeah, so I am doing the Creative Makers Market on the Sunday the 11th at the Dorking
Yeah.
Halls, and the Sunday the 23rd of October at Dorking Halls, which is the Halloweeny-ish one.
Halloween, yeah,
I've
yeah,
got lots of, well, it's
yeah,
around that time, isn't it? And I've
yes.
got lots of planned, lots of little spooky bits to bring along, which would be really fun. And then I am doing the Christmas shopping evening on the Thursday, the 1st of December at the Bourne Valley Garden Centre, which I'm really
Yes.
looking forward to as well. That would be lovely.
Yeah, just filled the last slot this morning. So
Oh,
25
brilliant.
done. So yeah, that's
Fabulous. Oh,
really great
I
mix.
love Halloween and Christmas. Christmas is amazing, but I do love Halloween as well. But Christmas, oh, it's lovely.
Yeah, definitely. I think as well, because, as we said, we put the date in for the 23rd of October, so it's just before Halloween. So
Yeah.
we will be asking lots of people if they are, if they've got Halloween. I know you've got your little ghost. That's why I was like, I need to have a
Yeah.
ghost at the Halloween event. So yeah, we're trying to do something a bit different. Even the food elements, making it a little bit more Halloweeny. So yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
Oh, it'd be lovely.
we'll all
Nice
dress
soup.
up. And that's what's great, isn't it? I think as well, with just having, when you come to events, there's something different. There's different exhibitors, theming it and things like that.
Yeah.
Looking in, events sometimes where it's just kind of home stuff and or fashion. It's kind of looking at. That's why next year as well, looking at different ideas that we've got planned.
Yeah.
And so I think as well, a big shout out as well was to Danny from Love, Lily and Grace, because she was
Yeah,
the
I was
one
going
who
to men
recommended you.
yeah, I was
So
going to mention her actually. Yeah.
yeah,
So yeah, because your question number 10, isn't it? It's why did you choose to work with us? And it was
there we
thanks to
go.
Danny. Yeah, so I was at my sister-in-law works for Wildlife Aid,
Right.
which is, if anyone doesn't know about it, it's an amazing charity who look after the British wildlife. So if you've got an
Brilliant.
injured fox or a bird or
Yeah.
anything, you can take it there and they'll look after it. They're a charity, so obviously they do fundraising, they take donations and stuff like that, because I can't even begin to imagine how difficult it is, like trying to raise money to look after as many animals as they get so many.
Yeah.
And so in the summertime, they haven't done it for a while because of lockdown, but they do a summer fair. So every year I go there and I do face painting for the children, and then all the money goes to the Wildlife Aid. But this year, my sister-in-law said, "Oh, why don't you bring your porcelain stuff along?" So that was really nice. So I was there for 2 days, um, face painting, trying to sell, and multitasking, just like not having enough arms to do everything. But yeah, I met Danny, and she says, "Oh, do you do lots of markets?" And I was like, "No, literally, like this is like my second small. This is even really properly a market, but I'm face painting." And yeah, she recommended you along with some other people. And so when I got home, I was like, "Right, I'm loving it. I'm just going to get in touch with everybody."
Excellent.
And so yeah, and Danny's. So yes, anyone who's listening who doesn't know her, it's Love Lily and Grace on
Yeah.
Instagram, and her jewellery is stunning. It's really bright and beautiful. It's fabulous,
Yeah.
and she's so nice. She's so lovely. Bless her.
Yeah.
She took
She
the
is.
time. Just
She
sent me this
is.
massive message. Yeah, she's lovely.
She is. I saw her on Sunday. She was at the Arts Market, and she was looking absolutely lovely in pink. She was looking really lovely. She was wearing
Oh,
pink to go with
fabulous.
a new logo, and yeah, she's as well. It's about as well, and she's been very great, and she knows it without saying, but looking out for me, making sure I'm okay,
Yeah.
because sometimes you get, some of the exhibitors and bits like that, and she's, making sure I'm okay. And the other day, she gave some really good
Oh,
advice, which I kind of, yeah, actually, that's really true. And, sort of zoning in now, making sure that we have the right people who,
yeah,
understand what we're about. We're two guys as well that run two businesses. This
yeah,
is, my
yeah,
livelihood now. And, and if the footfall isn't very good on an event, and because of the weather or because of Wimbledon or
yeah,
whatever it might be, we've done a lot of stuff. And actually from it, who knows that person's come along, seen you, and they might buy
yeah,
from you later. And
exactly,
if you're
exactly.
giving out bad vibes at an event, off your trot. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, yeah.
Then
Like I said to you when we spoke before, when I had my first excuse me, my first fair that I did, the footfall was very, very low. There weren't many people, but I had such a good time. I made so many contacts, people who gave me advice, people who,
yeah,
like the kiln that I'm getting, somebody gave me a number of somebody who like helped with that. So it's also just making the most of, if it's a bad situation, which, I don't ever think it really is, because
yeah,
as I say, you make friends, but, making the most of whatever is
yeah,
going on around you. You can make contact, you can get inspired by other people. That's the only thing working by myself I do miss. When I used to do retouching, and I used to be in an office surrounded by other retouchers, you'd learn a lot from people. You pick up tips or
yeah,
tricks, or, oh, look at this, or look at that, or this artist, or use this program, and you'd really like, you get so many ideas. And working by myself, I now rely on other makers that I meet at places or online and stuff like that. So I think it's really important
yeah.
to make the
Definitely.
most of any situation you're in, really. Yeah,
Definitely. I got a lovely message from somebody who, what they make wood. But the thing is, they've said that they've come to our events, and this is exactly
yeah,
where they want to be, and they've just finished university. But I'm like, what you put on your Instagram is this massive big table. What about all your other products? So it's kind of like, I'm
yeah,
here to help you, but we
mm,
need to, show me what you can do. And the small pieces, yeah, it's great having a massive big, table, but
yeah, yeah,
you're not going to
yeah.
have somebody
Not
that's going
everybody,
to come along and
not
buy a
everybody wants a
table,
big, massive table. Yeah,
but
yeah,
you need to have those other bits. And that's why with our September event of giving you guys a little bit of feedback of our last events as Dapper Suave, we go and
yeah,
do events, and we can say, look, people are what they are looking to buy for Christmas. They
mm,
are looking at smaller, they're not spending so much, but they're looking, and all of that as
yeah,
well. So yeah, and it could be that from that somebody sees you, and then all of a sudden, oh, whatever, and then contacts you after
yeah.
because they've had that
Exactly.
chat with you. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
lots
And
lots of business cards.
yeah, lots of business cards, isn't it? As I said the other
Yeah,
day, your smile is your business card as well, isn't it? It's
yeah.
your personality that shines across. So, as I said, we will see you in September. This as well, I will share this onto Instagram so you can share
Fabulous.
it onto your post. We'll then stick it onto Facebook. We then put it onto LinkedIn, and it goes onto our
Brilliant.
YouTube channel. So people can watch these afterwards as well. And then tomorrow we'll be chatting to Emily from Doodle Moo.
Oh, fabulous. I don't think I know Emily. I'll have to go and have a little
Yeah,
stalk.
Doodle Moo. Well, later this afternoon, once I post this, I'll be putting that onto Instagram to say
Oh,
tomorrow.
yeah.
So what I do
Brilliant.
is I
Brilliant.
delete yesterday's post, then put this one on, so it all kind
Great.
of looks all lovely on there, whatever.
Fabulous.
Excellent. Well, really nice to see you as well. Nice to
You
see another
too.
spec wearer as well, isn't
I know,
it?
look at, I was like, oh, I've got a ring light. It's all very high tech in this little shack at the back
You've got
of the
the ring light in your glasses as well, which
I
is
know.
yeah. It all adds to it, That's it.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh,
Well,
well,
nice to
enjoy the
speak
rest
to
of
you.
your day.
Yeah, and you. Take care. Speak to you soon. See you
Fabulous.
in September. Bye bye.
I know, I can't wait. See you soon. Bye.
See you later. Bye.